But I may have had the cloak of invisibility. It would seem sometimes when I'm playing it. It's like, why isn't anyone shooting at me? It's because I'm quick. Look at me go. That's what you get for using ticks. And why can't I ever just grapple one and throw it back at you? That's all I want to do. I think it would look so epic. Same if I could just grapple a guy. I seem to be able to grapple everything else but a guy ejecting out of his Titan. It's just out of reach for me. So while I wait for that time where I finally do it, I try to occupy my time by just going after some of you crafty pilots. I like when I see something innovative like that because then it means I get to do stuff like this. You guys make it all possible, so to you I say GG. That guy was really funny because he stood exactly where I'm standing right now. I played him a few times and he did the exact same strategy on most maps where he could find really high ground. He was just going to it and shooting while using his hover ability and just aiming down sights with his Spitfire. And that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. But in that level in particular, the advantage was that there was a lot of like walls at 90 degrees, which means you can jump back and forth between them. But he really didn't even need to do that. Once you use hover, he can jump again and go right back onto the wall. Plus he was using the grappling hook. The proper term for this is tactical camping. Right now this is tactical bullet dodges. I really do enjoy those kind of moments where I can have a one-on-one battle on like a certain stage, if you will, if we've established the rules of the game and we both abide by them. Sometimes it's as simple as first passes, it's just ordinances and kicks, and then if it goes on long, then, you know, you're allowed to whip out your gun. To a grenadier, I will let you have one pass. This guy's coming back for a second round. Yikes. I like something about seeing the hands in this animation. Like when you're wall running, you see the pilot's hand on the wall. You kind of feel it also while you're doing it. The feel and the look of this game has to maintain its fluidity while also bulking up. I know games love bulking up. I don't know why. It's just one of those trends. Bulking up seems like you made everything stronger, bigger, faster. Or maybe you want to take a different road and be lean, like Spidey. Lean, mean, and fast. Well, he's not really mean. He'll bitch slap you though. The reason I decided to put this clip at the beginning is just because of the hands right there. If you were to rewind 5 seconds as I'm sliding, you can tell because I was initially going for a reload, then I was into a slide, so the gun tilted again. Then I went to pull out a grenade. If you're holding your grappling hook, you can't shoot, you lose another hand. You see the hand go on the wall when you're wall running. The hands say so much in this game. And reload canceling, going into a slide can actually cancel part of your reload. There's a lot of tricky hand things that you can do in this game. This guy thought he was being real tricky. There's their dilemma, eh? Trying to figure out when do I undo my cloak. I would say whenever you see a guy. I wouldn't risk it. You guys think you guys are the Predator out there, and it's like you are from the old movie. Even the new movies, you can always see the Predator. His camouflage sucks. But I may have had the cloak of invisibility. It would seem sometimes when I'm playing it. It's like, why isn't anyone shooting at me? It's because I'm quick. Look at me go. That was close. I thought I was gonna get him. I don't know why people say that the rooms and it's hard to get people are complaining about on consoles Spitfires on rooftops. I still find this to be one of the coolest levels, and people think it's just because I use grappling hook. I don't know what to say about that. I played a lot with phase. Like, it's not like I haven't played this with other abilities, and if you want to get low on buildings and still wall run, like, it's entirely possible. Like, they can't close off all the lanes. And then it gets into the Titan battle, right? So this game's hard. Like, once you get into the Titan battles, it's pretty hard not to have your Titan unless you're getting stomped in this game. If it's a back and forth, you get your Titan really fast once all the Titans come onto the field because it's just a back and forth. You have Titans, they have Titans. If you get the Titan lead, it means they have a lot of Titans to shoot at with anti-Titan guns in order to get their own Titans back too. So it usually should go back and forth pretty good if you're evenly skilled. I'm evenly skilled with a potato. I am trash. So you can see him right now on the rooftop. But the question is, people don't like the red outline. To me, the red outline doesn't really matter because I don't think you should be able to like hide in the shadows. So initially I liked it. They did take that different route in this game. I think part of that was because of the AI. A lot of people were confused about AI. They're like, I killed so many pilots. It's like, oh, it turns out they were killing AI. Like, seriously, some people were thinking that. So they wanted to make things easier to see. They even made it so bushes were out of bounds. I thought I was so tricky here. Even if I didn't nail going in, I'm like, if you're still here, alright. And right there I pushed off so I didn't get into the mantling animation. No, this is what I wanted to tell you guys about. Listen. Have faith. The announcer just gave me a cue that somebody was by me. See, there's a normal volume for it. That other volume was really hard to catch. I didn't catch that on the initial playback. I'm like, what is this? But it seems to be an audio cue that a pilot is by you. I don't know if it always works, if it's super consistent. I'd have to listen for it more. It is quite low, so I don't know if you're going to catch it all the time. And I really get a sense of how different sounds are depending on what you're listening to. People listening through a TV, or just like when I've done it myself. If I'm using a different headset, or I'm using earbuds, or I'm listening through a TV or speakers, it sounds completely different. And a lot of the times, anything other than high quality speakers, like you miss a lot of the sounds, like the mix is just bad. So I prefer to go through headphones. Everybody can probably get a decent pair of headphones these days. You're still looking at around $80 if you want some decent sound, enough to at least really distinguish what's going on in the games. That was really dirty placement. Forgive me, guys. Maybe this will get your forgiveness. I'm Spider-Man. Or maybe more like Venom, because I bring the hook back to me. It is a part of me. And I am rooting for the new Venom movie. I hope it's something worth watching. I like this move. You just run yourself into the ground, into a slide, and you bunny hop away. This grappling hook's amazing. Don't ever change it. Titanfall 3. Don't ever change it. You will break my heart. And if that's not enough, I have no more to give. I was gonna be like, what else can I give you guys? Like, after that, I'm dead. I am DED. And sometimes I just feel like Spider-Man. I'm like, I'll just dodge whatever you got. Let's go. Right now, I am just dodging. I am on the defensive hard. They want this area back, and I'm like, nope, nope, you can't have it. I see another one. I would have been able to nail this guy too if my buddy didn't come out with that L star. Nice. Yeah, that's the end of the game. That's how that ends. Sometimes it just goes like that. Big crotch to the face. But I liked kind of just seeing this. If you had a replay in this game, it would go a long way. I think that's why Fortnite is on the top right now, because it just does not stop. It's relentlessly improving and just adding more and more features. And it's hard to get off of a train that's already captivating to begin with, and it just never lets you go because there's always something new. Like, it's hard to say, oh, why'd you stop because there was a dry spell. There has not been one dry spell in Fortnite. I like that. You kind of hit the edge, went into the side. I feel like an action hero.
I hired the right pilot, that's for sure.
Did you guys ever play that that game where you're in a comic book and you're actually like busting through like panels? What was that called? Oh, was that just called comics? Just spelled funny? I'm trying to think. Now I feel like I need to Google this. Give me a second. Okay, that took longer than a second. I ended up falling into that YouTube hole. It's like 20 minutes later. But yeah, it was called Comic Zone. Comics spelt with a X. Comics. It looked a lot cooler as I was a kid, man. It's crazy how much cooler everything looked and how I didn't notice how repetitive it was. And now that I see my little guy, he can do like, he's what, a year and a half, so you know it's expected, but he is so repetitive. Like, he will do the same thing, get in and out of the wagon, in and out of the wagon, up and down the side, up and down the side, up and down the couch, up and down the couch. Practice makes perfect, all right? All right, so there's some guy escaping. I hear the jump jets, and I also start hearing this. I'm like, whatever. This comes back to the replay mode. Just getting shots like this. This way, it doesn't look too cool, but this way, yeah, that's pretty epic. And this isn't even showing you like the really epic moves. And look in the background right now. This guy's swinging. Couldn't be more perfect.